Welcome back to Designing on Higher Logic. Let's take a look at how we can use AI generated artwork in your Higher Logic community. It sounds impossible, I know, but it's not. I'm putting together a set of maybe 8 to 10 Bootstrap 4 layouts that you can use in your community. Just some simple stuff that you can't accomplish with the built-in page designer. The testimonials, that looks good. And I wanted one that was just like a big background image. This is my new event, CMGR Fest 2022. It's nice and responsive too, this big background image. I hired a painter, an oil painter to paint this on a canvas. Just kidding. I created it myself. I mean, not really myself. With MidJourney, it's an AI art generator. You just type in some words. Bunch of people in suits in a field. I thought that might be a cool image. People in a field, kind of like Woodstock for suited people. It turned out pretty cool. I like all of them, and it does it in this, by default, this kind of oil paint style. And it'll generate a pretty big image. You can upscale it. Once you find one that you like, it'll first generate like a set of 4. Then if you like one, you can make more variations or just upscale it like this one that you can then save to your computer. And I'll show you how to upload it to your Higher Logic site. Okay, I'm going to save that to my computer for later. And you should be careful. Some of this stuff can get creepy very easily with MidJourney. Just kind of odd people formations, faces missing. I still kind of like this style. It's kind of impressionistic. Anyway, I'm getting lucky here. I got lucky on my first try with this. But I've got a bunch of images to work with. But I noticed they're in a grassy field. Everyone's shoes are going to be real dirty. I'm going to modify this with a new prompt. I'm just going to copy the old one, but just modify it a little bit. Okay, overhead views, and it never does overhead view the way I want. 12 people spread out in a... Okay, business casual, because community managers don't wear suits. Business casual attire walking in a field with flowers painted by who other than Van Gogh. You can use famous painter styles and it'll do a pretty good job as long as it knows who the painter is. Okay, let's see how this goes. You can actually see the live preview of its progress, which is really cool. And I remember that. I feel like Van Gogh has a painting called The Potato Eaters. As I saw this generating, I thought, it kind of feels like Potato Eaters. I can't remember the exact image. I'll have to look it up. But now you can see, wow. Yeah, we've got Van Gogh's color palette, on the nose. Those are his yellows. Now my people, I'm missing a lot of the grass. Not everyone's in kind of like a waste area or a giant bunker along the side of a golf course, which is kind of cool. Maybe that's a metaphor for your community. Are you in a bunker on the side of your golf course? Anyway, I still like it. Kind of has the essence of community. I'm not sure where the people are walking to. I like the one with the blue sky and the horizon line. I should note, I am on like one of the upper levels. I'm paying $30 a month for, I think it's pretty much unlimited access. Luckily, not to brag, but I've picked up a couple paying gigs that's paid for 4 to 6 months, which is cool. If you're going to get into it, try to find like maybe an underserved industry that, you know, is not going to have like an in-house illustration artist. It's basically what I did. Both of the projects were, one was an audio drama. Another is just a podcast that pumps out true crime content each week, and they were looking for visual content. We've got all these Van Goghs. I'm going to make all these available if anyone wants to use these. I'll have to set up a section on my site for them. But you can see how easy it is. Just imagine if I did, a different artist. Like I've done some with Piet Mondrian. Really cool stuff. Not all of it's usable. I'm always trying to think of some kind of commercial usage for this stuff. And maybe one day I'll be printing this out on huge banners you'll see on the draped over the walls of the Hirshhorn in DC. Just kidding. I don't think they're going to be appreciative of this type of artwork. But I don't know. Who knows? Okay. So if you were watching what I was doing, I was creating variations and upscaling. And by the way, if you're a little confused by the interface that you're looking at, MidJourney uses Discord. You've probably heard of Discord before. It's like a chat community that anyone can set up a Discord server for their community. Not to be confused with Discourse. This is Discord. Go ahead, load it up on your phone. You can join like a server of something you're interested in. Go ahead and get used to that. Join a community. Post a couple things. That's going to help you out a lot because MidJourney, the interface actually uses Discord. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now that we've generated several $100 million worth of Van Gogh paintings, how do we upload these to Higher Logic? I'll show you how I do it. So go to your site setup and then images. This is where you can upload your logo, mobile logo. I'm just using this screen to access the image manager. There we go. Okay, so these are the images I've already uploaded. And you may want to organize your folders better than I'm doing here. Just go into this texture folder, and I'm going to upload using this interface, and I'm just going to use my community1.png. You probably want to optimize it for the web a little bit. Doesn't need to be a full PNG. You can compress it using JPEG compression. You'll probably want to do that. Okay, so I just uploaded it in the image manager. I'm not going to save anything. Copy image link, not the image, copy image link. We're going to put that into our CSS and our theme. Don't hit insert. We're just using the image manager interface to upload that to Higher Logic's S3 on Amazon. I had copied that image link to my clipboard, and that's going to go into my style. And I just came up with the name BG Texture 1. I'm probably going to have Texture 2 and Texture 3. Whoops. But I keep my naming pretty simple. I use numbers a lot so I can switch them easily. Okay, I'm just going to write this style again from scratch. Background image, URL, parentheses, paste. I'm just pasting directly from that, what I copied, that uploaded image. Then background size cover, background position center. That should give me some good sizing. Now, let's go back into the admin. This is where I'm adding that class, BG Texture 1. It's got all that style info now. I just need to add the name here. And I've got a couple other utility classes. It's all part of my system. If you're going to use my layouts, I'll give you all the CSS you need for these basic spacing, padding, margin, all that stuff. So let's look in the debugger. I'll show you what a couple of those classes do. Like go full just makes it go full width. I'm just changing that class here. So without that go full, it just snaps to like the regular grid. And so with just a class, I can tell it to go full width on the front end. Then the other one, MH80, that stands for minimum height 80% of the height of the screen. So when I go back to MH80, it's going to take up 80% of the height of the screen. It's a nice handy utility class. You can do 100%. The one widget above it is at set to 100. Okay, that's going to do it. If anyone has questions or feedback, or maybe if you want to see some other images being generated, let me know. I'll make these Van Goghs available to anyone who wants them. I'll put them on my site.